The story begins with a girl named Malorie who is painting. Malorie is pregnant and her baby is due to be born in just a few days. Then her sister Jessica arrives and tells Malorie, "Did you see the news on TV? Some really strange reports are being shown." When Malorie watches the news, she learns that a disease has spread in Russia in which a person loses control over their mind, and this disease forces the infected person to take their own life. The reporter says that so far, no one fully knows whether this is a disease or a virus. It just happens that as soon as people see something, they lose control over themselves and brutally take their own lives. The news says that this disease has spread to millions of people and is now spreading from Russia to other countries as well. But Malorie ignores the news and goes to the hospital with Jessica for her pregnancy checkup. There, the doctor gives her the good news that the baby is completely fine and she will soon become a mother. Hearing this, Malorie becomes very happy and starts returning home. But while leaving the hospital, Malorie's eyes fall on a girl who is repeatedly banging her head against the glass in front of her. Seeing this, Malorie gets scared and quickly gets into the car with Jessica. Malorie tells Jessica, "Drive fast. I think that dangerous virus from Russia has reached here too. Chaos has already broken out on the streets outside, and people have started killing themselves." Jessica quickly starts the car and drives fast toward home. But now the situation is getting worse. Many accidents start happening on the road. Seeing this, Malorie becomes extremely scared, and while driving, Jessica sees something that changes the color of her eyes. Now, Jessica loses control over herself, speeds up the car, and starts deliberately crashing into oncoming vehicles. Malorie tries to stop her, but Jessica does not stop, as if someone has taken control of her mind, and then the car crashes into another vehicle. Luckily, both survive the accident and get out of the car. But before Malorie can understand anything, she sees her sister Jessica walk in front of a truck and take her own life. Seeing Jessica's horrific death right in front of her eyes, Malorie becomes extremely frightened. But the situation was such that she does not even get time to go near her sister's dead body. She sees that there is complete chaos all around, and Malorie also joins those people and starts running forward. But someone pushes her from behind and makes her fall. Then a woman comes to help her. But before she can lift Malorie, she also sees something in front of her, and that woman, just like Jessica, sits in a burning car and takes her own life. Meanwhile, a man named Tom arrives. He picks up Malorie and takes her inside a nearby house. Some people are already present in this house, and these people are also extremely scared after suddenly seeing all this. Everyone inside the house asks each other, "What on earth is happening?" But no one knows anything. So they turn on the TV. The news says that there is something outside, that the moment people see it, they go mad and become desperate to kill themselves. The reporter says that this virus has spread all over the world. Therefore, anyone who is not infected with this virus should keep all the windows and doors of their house closed and never make the mistake of going outside. They quickly close all the windows of the house and also cover the glass with paper so that the monster outside cannot see inside. 3 days pass like this, but still, no one understands what is happening. All these people are sitting worried in the house. Then there is a knock on the door from outside. A girl is crying and begging them, "Please open the door." Tom goes to open the door for that girl, but Douglas stops him from opening the door because he is afraid that the girl might be infected. But here, Malorie points a gun at Douglas and tells Tom to open the door for that girl. Tom opens the door for her, and the girl comes inside. The girl's name is Olympia, and Olympia is also pregnant. When Olympia is asked how she reached here with a blindfold over her eyes, Olympia says that her food had run out. That is why she was knocking on every single house door one by one and reached here. Hearing this, Douglas says that we are all also starving because these people have also been trapped in this same house for the last 7 days. So they think about how to get food from outside, although a supermarket is just a short distance from the house. But reaching there without seeing is a big challenge. Then, the owner of the house says that CCTV cameras are installed outside the house. If we can find the location of those monsters through the CCTV cameras, we can hide from those monsters and reach the supermarket. And the owner of the house says I don't think a person can get infected even by seeing this monster on the screen, but everyone else refuses to do so. Then the owner of the house says that if we do not take this step, we will all die of hunger. Hearing this, the rest of the people also find his words right. Everyone ties him to a chair with rope so that even if he gets infected, he cannot kill himself, because whoever sees that monster becomes desperate to kill himself. After that, the rest of the people leave him there and go to another room, and this man starts looking at the screen. A little later, we see a gust of wind on the screen, and we see that his facial expressions start changing. In no time, the color of his eyes changes. A little later, loud screams start coming from that room. Hearing this, the rest of the people also run to him, but before they reach, the owner of the house kills himself by banging his head on the table in front. Seeing all this, those people become very scared, and they understand one thing, that whether you see this monster on the screen or with your own eyes, it will kill you anyway. After that, they break the monitor screen so that by mistake, their eyes do not fall on that monster. Another day passes like this, and now they are in a terrible state because of hunger. So they make another plan to go to the supermarket. Tom says that we will reach that market through the car using GPS. After that, they cover the car windows with paint so that they neither see the view outside nor anyone from outside can see inside. After that, 5 people take the car out with the help of GPS and slowly move forward with the help of GPS without seeing the road ahead. Here, we see that the whole city has become deserted. The roads are full of dead bodies everywhere. After going some distance, the car starts vibrating rapidly. The car sensors show that those monsters have surrounded the car from all sides, but Tom does not give up and keeps driving forward, and somehow, these people reach the store, where they get out of the car with blindfolds on their eyes and reach inside the store. After coming inside, they first close the windows and doors, and then they remove the blindfolds from their eyes. There is food, drink, and all the necessary things in the store, seeing which they all become very happy, and every single person collects as much ration as possible. Here, we see Malorie and Tom who are talking to each other. Tom was a good person, and Tom had also saved Malorie's life. From their conversation, we learn that they have started liking each other. After that, both of them also start looking for the things they need. Malorie finds 3 birds in a cage, which she keeps with her, and then someone knocks on the store door. But out of fear, these people do not open the door for that man. Then that man cries and begs, "Please open the door." Now these people feel pity for that man, and they are also scared that he might be infected. That is why these people stand ready at the door beforehand, so that if they have even the slightest doubt that this man is infected, they will kill him. As soon as they open the door for him, that man starts forcing his way in and says, "These monsters are very beautiful. All of you should see them." Hearing this, these people understand that this man is also infected. Now they had no way to get that man out. That is why Charlie pushes that man out hard to save everyone and goes out with him too. Outside, that man beats Charlie badly, and Charlie gives his life to save his companions. Here, Malorie notices that when those monsters are near, the birds start making noise, and now these birds will become a big support for them. After that, the remaining 4 people return with the ration, and they all feel very sad about Charlie's death. Now, night falls, and we see that everyone has gone to their respective rooms, and then someone knocks on the door from outside. When Olympia learns that someone is at the door, she lets that man inside the house without thinking, but then Malorie sees him and threatens to shoot him. Here, the rest of the people in the house also come out of the rooms, and seeing an unknown man, these people get scared and start shouting at Olympia, "Why did you let this man in?" Olympia says, "I have lived outside alone. I know how difficult it is to live outside alone. That is why I felt pity for this man and let him in." And here, this man, whose name is Gary, tells them, "Please do not throw me out of the house. He says that some psycho people entered my house. They forcibly opened my friend's eyes and showed them that devil, seeing which all my friends committed suicide. But somehow I escaped and reached here running." Here we learn that whoever sees that devil shows that person something that makes him extremely scared. That means this devil shows that person the biggest sorrow or loss of his life. That sorrow is so deep that he cannot bear it, and suddenly goes into very deep depression, and that person kills himself. Here, Gary also tells some more things. He says that those psycho people did not have blindfolds on their eyes, rather they were happy seeing that devil. Hearing Gary's words, we learn that the devil cannot kill a person who is already very sad in his life, because that person is already broken from inside. That is why a person who is already living his life in depression is not much affected by this trick of the devil. Rather, the devil makes him his slave so that living as a human, these people can hunt more humans. Now, whether Gary is also a puppet of that devil or an ordinary human like them, we will find out later. Here, everyone allows Gary to stay in the house, but Douglas does not trust Gary at all and angrily takes out a gun and threatens him to leave. But then from behind, Churla hits Douglas on the head with something and makes him unconscious, and everyone together locks Douglas in another room, and Gary thanks everyone. After that, the next day suddenly both Malorie and Olympia start having labor pains at the same time. Tom and Churla help them and take both of them to the upper room, but Gary stays downstairs, and his actions also start becoming a little strange. He takes out many pictures of the devil and places them on the table, and looking at his eyes, we realize that Gary is also under the control of the devil. Meanwhile, Malorie and Olympia give birth to their children. Olympia has a daughter, and Malorie has a son, but the birds locked in the cage downstairs start making noise. Gary, annoyed, picks up the cage and locks it in the fridge and removes the papers on the windows. Then Douglas sees his actions and understands that he is also a puppet of the devil, who does not die after seeing the devil, but kills others on the devil's orders. Douglas shouts, "I told you to throw this man out of the house." Hearing Douglas's voice, Tom comes down, but then Gary comes from behind and hits Tom on the head and makes him unconscious. After that, Gary moves toward Douglas to get rid of him too, but then he hears the sound of children in his ears. That is why he leaves Douglas and goes to Olympia and Malorie's room upstairs, where he removes all the papers on the windows, and as soon as Olympia looks outside, she comes under the control of the devil. Now Malorie understands that Olympia will somehow kill herself. That is why she snatches her daughter from Olympia, and then Olympia jumps from the window and takes her own life. After that, Gary grabs Churla and forcibly opens her eyes, and she also gets infected and finishes herself. Now Gary moves toward Malorie, but she has hidden both children with her under a sheet. That is why she is still fine so far, but Gary starts provoking her to remove the sheet and look outside. But then Douglas arrives with a gun and tries to shoot Gary with his eyes closed, but Gary knows that Douglas cannot see. That is why, taking advantage of the opportunity, he runs and throws Douglas from the upper floor to the ground floor. Gary kills Douglas with scissors, saying, "You will not be able to see the beauty of that devil." Meanwhile, Tom regains consciousness and somehow picks up a shotgun and kills Gary. After that, Tom goes upstairs and calms Malorie and the children. Now, only Tom, Malorie, and the two children are left alive. After this, a scene from 5 years later is shown, where Malorie and Tom are now in a relationship, and the children have also grown up. But the danger has not yet ended. People still under the control of the devil outside are roaming around, and they catch and kill normal humans. These people have been living quietly like this for the last 5 years. Malorie has taught the children all the ways to survive in this difficult situation. Here, you must have also realized that the boy is Malorie's own son, but this girl is not Malorie's daughter, but Olympia's daughter, whom Olympia had handed over to Malorie before dying. One day, a voice comes on the radio in which a man named Rick says that the place where we are is completely safe. We have a colony here. All the facilities for food, drink, and necessities are present in this colony. The man says that if you people want to come here, come with the flow of the river. When the river flow is the fastest, our colony will be found nearby in the forest. There are a lot of birds here whose sound you can follow to find us. And yes, it will take you 2 days to reach here with the river flow. Tom wants to go there, trusting that man, but Malorie refuses to go there. She says maybe that person is infected, who wants to take us out of here and kill us. At night, Tom explains to Malorie that if we want to stay alive, we will have to go there. After all, how long will we live this blind life here like this? The next day, when these people go out to get supplies, some psycho people arrive to attack them. Tom explains to Malorie and the children that this is the time to leave from here. I will keep those people engaged in talk. You people quietly leave from the back route and reach the place mentioned on the radio through the river. But Malorie did not want to leave Tom alone like this. Then Tom says that to stay alive, one of us will have to give his life. After that, Tom sends Malorie and the children out through the back route, and he himself blindfolds his eyes, takes a shotgun, and comes in front of those psycho people. Those people tell Tom to remove the blindfold, but Tom tries to keep them engaged in talk so that Malorie can escape with the children. But then, those people see Malorie leaving. Now before those people can go after Malorie to catch her, Tom fires and kills 2 people. During this, he himself also gets injured, and now it was becoming difficult for him to finish the rest without seeing. That is why he removes the blindfold from his eyes and also kills the other 2 people present there. Now, only one psycho human remains, and when Tom goes to kill the last remaining psycho human, the devil also reaches there and starts bringing Tom under his control. But before coming completely under control, Tom also kills that last remaining man and then takes his own life with the same gun. Meanwhile, hearing the gunshot, Malorie understands that Tom is now dead. She cries a lot because in this difficult time, Tom was her only support. After that, she starts preparing to go to the destination mentioned on the radio. She explains to the children that this journey will be very difficult, but we have to go there to stay alive. And listen carefully, no matter what happens, neither of you should remove the blindfold from your eyes. Otherwise, both of you will die. After that, Malorie blindfolds herself and the children's eyes and sets out toward the river, and using a rope for support, reaches the river, where these people sit in a boat and start moving forward with the river flow. Malorie also keeps those birds locked in a cage with her. After a few hours of journey, Malorie contacts the people living in that colony through the radio where she is going. But then the birds locked in the cage start making noise, and at the same time, a scary voice starts calling Malorie again and again, but she ignores everything and keeps moving forward. After going a little distance, that voice starts coming even closer to her. Now we see that a man comes very close to Malorie and tells her, "Remove the blindfold from your eyes. You are safe here, and I also have food." But Malorie hides the children under a sheet and starts shooting in all directions with a gun, due to which that man understands that Malorie will not remove the blindfold from her eyes. That is why that man comes near the boat and attacks Malorie and tries to forcibly remove the blindfold from Malorie's eyes. And this man also tells Malorie, like Gary, "You should remove the blindfold from your eyes and see that devil. He is very beautiful." But Malorie attacks him with a weapon to save herself and kills him and escapes from there. While traveling like this, 24 hours have passed for Malorie and the children, and these people become very tired. Then, suddenly, the boat hits a truck, due to which her son and the food and drink items fall into the water. Now, Malorie saves her son from drowning in the water, but the food and drink items they had float away in the river. Seeing this, Malorie becomes very upset because if they do not get food and drink items, they will die of hunger. That is why Malorie parks the boat on the riverbank to find food and tells the children that no matter what happens, both of you stay on the boat and do not remove the blindfold from your eyes at all. After that, she ties a rope from the boat and reaches a house in the middle of the forest looking for food and drink items, and she also finds some food and drink items there. But when she is about to return with the stuff, those devils start following her and start calling Malorie in human voices. Malorie runs away from there fast while firing bullets. Hearing the sound of bullets, Olympia's daughter ties herself with a rope and gets off the boat and goes straight to that devil while looking for Malorie. But then Malorie pulls her back and angrily scolds her, "I had also told you not to get off the boat." After which, these three continue their journey again, and now Malorie and the children have been traveling continuously for 42 hours. Malorie explains to the children that now a slope is going to come in the river, due to which the water flow will become very fast. That is why hold the boat tightly. After going a little further, the river flow starts becoming fast. These people hold the boat tightly, but this route was very dangerous. Then suddenly their boat overturns, and all three fall into the water, and these three keep floating in the water. Now Malorie manages to catch her son in the water, but Olympia's daughter gets land, and she starts calling Malorie. Hearing the girl's voice, Malorie also finds her. In this way, they have covered the most difficult route of their journey, and now their destination was very close. These people move forward in the forest, and then they also hear the sound of birds, just as they were told on the radio. These people follow the sound of the birds and go in that direction. But then that devil also reaches there and starts following them. That devil tries to tempt them to remove the blindfold from their eyes, but Malorie tells the children not to pay attention to the voice and keep moving forward. While moving forward, suddenly Malorie falls into a pit below and becomes unconscious. The children also get worried about where Malorie went. They start looking for Malorie here and there, and taking advantage of the opportunity, that devil starts telling the children to remove the blindfold in Malorie's voice. The innocent children mistake the devil for Malorie and start removing the blindfold from their eyes. But at the right time, Malorie regains consciousness and shouts loudly and stops the children from removing the blindfold, and following their voice comes near the children. After which, Malorie starts running with them, listening to the sound of the birds, because meanwhile, that devil was completely after them and was trying every possible way to stop these people from entering the colony. But these people ignore the devil and finally reach that place, and Malorie quickly requests those people to open the door. Those people take them inside, and first of all, their eyes are checked and confirmed whether they are infected or not. When they learn that all three are not infected, those people take all three inside the colony. Malorie removes her blindfold and sees that this is a school for the blind where most people cannot see, and that is why the devil cannot harm them. Here, Malorie meets a man named Rick. This is actually the same man who gave Malorie and Tom the location of this place through the radio. A lot of birds are also kept here, so that they keep getting warnings of danger. Malorie also frees those birds that were locked in the cage. With this, the story ends.